Friends, welcome back to my channel. This is your coach. Tonight I'm going to be Peter Parker. Yes, Spider-Man. That's right. Okay, now let's get this show on the road. Here we go. We have to solve this problem. What it says, the instructions say, solve using the standard algorithm. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So here's the standard algorithm. Um, This is the horizontal way to write it, and this is the vertical way to write it. So let's do this. So what you do is you multiply the ones. 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 times 1 equals 2. And 2 times 3 equals 6. That was the two ones. Now, because this is 22, this is a 20. So we're going to um, write the 10 right here, which is multiplying a number by 10. Okay, now we're going to multiply the 2 now. 2 times 4 equals 8. That 8 goes right below the 2. 2 times 1 equals 2. That 2 goes right below the 6. And 2 times 3 equals 6. That will be 6 over here. That's 6,220. Now, these are the partial products. So we're going to add them up. That's 8 plus 0 equals 8. And 8 plus 2 equals 10. You carry 1 over. And 6 and 1 is 7 and 2 is 9. Plus 6 and 0 is 6. So 1, 2, 3, this is the period, and that's the answer for this multiplication. Now I'm going to show you the other way. Remember this right here? This, what I did is, again, the number below, I decomposed the number, and I decomposed it into two numbers, 20, and that's going to be plus, because we use this decomposing it into tens and ones. This will be a 2. And there you have it. So there is the 2 and there's the 20. So let's do the ones. 2 times 4 equals, let me choose a different color. 2 times 4 equals 8. And 2 times 1 equals 2. Notice that I'm going from left to right. When I multiply, I'm going from from right to left. Okay? Now I'm going to multiply the 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. And notice that that answer is already written here on the standard algorithm. There. Let's do the 20 now, which should give us the numbers below. So now let's choose a different color. That's going to be, again, the 10. We just write the 0 because that represents a 10 multiplied by 10. So 2 times 4 equals 8. And 2 times 1 equals 2. And 2 times 3 equals 6. Okay. So now this is the total. So now if you can see, this is the partial answer that when we add it to this is going to give us a product of the whole multiplication, 6,908. Okay, I know this problem doesn't ask for the area model, but I'm going to show it to you quickly because it is important that you understand it. So here's our area model. Let me see, can I make that? No, that will not work. We need a rectangle. There's a rectangle. Okay, so now this is gonna be our area model. So the number is 314, 22 times 314. So 22 is broken down into two numbers, right? So we're gonna write 22. Let me see if I can do this quickly with the numbers. This right here. So it's gonna be 20 plus 2. That's going to be on the left side. On the top, we have 314. So you can write here 300 plus 10. And the last one will be 4, which that will make 314. Oh, we need the plus sign here. So plus sign, here we go, plus sign. And that will be 4. Okay, now that we wrote the numbers with the expanded form. So remember, that's what happens here on the area model. We wrote the numbers in expanded form. Where they have the plus sign, that's where you add the division. There you go. That will be the tens and the ones. Over here, we're going to separate the hundreds from the tens and the ones. Okay, so now, if you look at this multiplication, we got to multiply the numbers where they meet. So 20 meets with the 300 here. So that's where the answer would be. So we're going to write 20 times 300. And the answer is going to be, okay, so if remember, okay, well, let me write it down. So then it's going to be 20 going across. The number at top is 10. So we're going to write 20 times 10, and that will be equal. Now let me place this in the right place. So this multiplication will be right here. And now we have one more that will be 20, which go across, and then it's going to multiply times 4. So we're going to make the multiplication right here. 20 times 4. And that will be there. Okay, so those are the multiplications. We have not written the answer. So if you want, let's do the multiplication. So this is what happens. Excuse me. This is 2. Remember this. We've done this before. So 2 times 3 equals 6. And then you multiply, do you have 1, 2, 3 zeros? So you multiply the 6 times the 3 zeros, which represents, remember, 1,000 is represented by 3 zeros because that means 10 times 10 times 10. So that will make it 6,000. 1, 2, and 3. And here is the period. Then we'll do the other multiplication. What is 2 times 1? That will be 2. And there are 2 zeros, so remember that 2 zeros means 10 times 10, and that will be 100. Okay, so now that's going to be 2 times 100 will be 200. And now this one will be, well, this is easy. 4 times, let me put the equal sign here. 4 times 0 equals 0, and 4 times 2 equals 8. Now we have to add all those together, okay? So let's do that one here on the side. That will be 6,000. And we're going to align these are the hundreds, so it's 200s, because it has to be aligned. Otherwise, our answer is going to be wrong. And 80, so 80 is under the 10. So 8 and 0, so that will be 80. When you add these numbers up, then you have, that will be 0. Let me make this a 0 because it looks like a 6. And 8 plus all those zeros equals 8. 2 plus the 0 equals 2. And 6 plus zeros equals 6. So that will be the partial answer. Now, for this one right here, our next step is going to be to multiply the 2. Let me do this again. 2, the 2 crosses with the 300 on the top, so that multiplication will be 2 times 300. That will equal an answer. Then we'll go from here, 2 across and up above, that will be a 10, so the multiplication will be 2 times 10. 2 times 10. So the next one will be the same thing, 2 across and going up, that will be 4. So 2 times 4. 2 times 4. Okay, now we got to multiply it. So we know that 2 times, let me do this with my marker. 2 times 3 equals 6. And then times 100, that will be 600. Okay, and this should be easy. 2 times 10 equals 20. And the last one is 2 times 4 equals 8. So now we have to add up those two to have the partial products. And notice that we barely have this one right here. That's the first one. I know this is a longer process, but it's a surefire. Now let's add these numbers. That's going to be 600. What's happening there? So let's write 600. Okay, that's awful writing. Let me do this better. Okay, so let's see, 600. Let me write it below so it's less confusing. So 600 plus the 20 plus the A1s. Remember, you align the numbers, otherwise your addition or multiplication will be incorrect. Okay, so as you can see, the total of that multiplication is going to be 628. So 628. Again, let me fix this right here. So now what do you do with those partial products? Well, what you do with this partial product is you're going to add them up so you can get the answer. So that I would do up here. So that here is the answer, the partial product to the 6,280, which is this one right here, plus 628. 628. When you add those numbers, okay, let me get the line here. It's a lot easier. There you go. When you add them up, again, this is a plus sign. So a plus 0 equals 0. I mean 8. A plus 2 equals 10. You carry 1 over. And that will be 9 altogether. Then we have a comma here. And this will be a 6. So that should be the number, okay, the total, which is exactly what we have here. And let me show it to you with my highlighter. So if you look here, our total with the algorithm and our total with the area model is the same. Okay, my friends, watch the video. I know it's a little long, but hey, if it helps you, watch it again. Become a better mathematician today, not tomorrow. Signing out, your coach, Miss. Wait. Today I am. Who was I this morning? I think today I'm Peter Parker. Have a great moment.